So you are holding 6+ year of experience, right?
Yes.
Okay. So please tell me about yourself.
Yeah, hi. So Prav this side, I'm having nearby 6+ years of experience in the Java development.
Hmm.
Completely my experience is related to Java related technologies only. I'm a good experience in the Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, Search True, and in database side like Oracle, MongoDB, MySQL, Postgres, and in frontend like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and AngularJS. So with the help of all this, I'm having experience on writing the frontend also, business logic in the business logic, and in the database side also I'm good. And
So
like
in
microservices.
okay, so in
Okay.
front end,
Hmm.
what kind of technology using AngularJS or React or any JSP servlet, whatever.
HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or what it is, the AngularJS.
Okay. So you telling about you have worked on MongoDB, right?
Yes.
So what is use of MongoDB?
See, actually, in my first career, when I started my career, so that project I worked MongoDB. After that, nowhere, no one using the
No,
MongoDB. So I'm
yes,
having
yes,
the
yes,
base.
yes, yes, yes. But
Yes. So
I am
yeah.
asking, how do you connect? What kind of data you managing through the
Yes. Yes.
MongoDB? So
I'm
that
telling
things
you.
I
Yeah.
want to get know.
On my project basis, I'm explaining you that project is about video and audio on demand for the APSFL, that is Andhra Pradesh State Government Fiber Limited project was there. So this project is like getting the videos on demand and the audios on demand. So we were using the MongoDB with the Spring Boot. As we know that MongoDB is no SQL database, so we have the use data that is in the form of the JSON kind of a format of the data, documentation format of the data. So for getting how many users are active online and how many users are demanding for the videos, on demand videos. For loading those use data, we were using the MongoDBs
Okay, so
on the
you are pushing data in MongoDB, or you only retrieving data from the MongoDB?
only retrieving the data with the help of the MongoDBs.
Okay,
Because every time users were changing, data were changing, and videos on demand changing, so only retrieving.
so means you telling about the videos and other things are stored in MongoDB, right?
Yes.
So any video is required, so you retrieve from a MongoDB and display in UI, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So in Java side, have you worked on microservices?
Not completely 6 years. Only one of the project were using the MongoDB, so they have little bit only work, not to use.
Okay, okay, no problem. So you have used Spring Boot, right?
Actually, your voice is breaking for me. What you ask?
Um, I am asking, you are using micro Spring Boot?
Yes, Spring Boot using.
Yes. So how Spring Boot is work? Initialization and everything, configuration. So what is the initial point? So Spring Boot will manage the all content, just like class, repository, service, controller. How do this manage?
Okay. So mostly like a Spring Boot we are using with a REST APIs where we are
No, no,
creating
no, no.
endpoints.
I'm not
Yeah,
asking REST API. I
yeah,
am
yeah.
asking the
Just
initial.
yeah, yeah.
Suppose you are run any
Hmm.
Spring Boot application. So how do initialization process is going on?
Okay.
Then it will be reach on some other part like that controller and
Hmm.
repository service. All kind of things should be initialized. So how do initialize? How do configure all those components? So
Yeah,
briefly,
sure.
what is required? What is the main annotation is there? So that will restart
Yes. So
initialization.
inside the Spring, we have added Spring Boot application annotation. That is
Mm-hmm.
the main annotation. From that point, our Spring Boot application is started. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want, and inside that we have the run method. So that will take care of the running our application. So apart from that, if the how controller and all working, so whenever we hitting our endpoint, so REST endpoint, we are having the controllers to handle the request. So we'll mark that class as the address to REST controller. Okay, so that REST controller handling our the get
Got it, got it. Actually, I'm asking short question.
address.
So you know about controller and rest controller. What do you feel differences between both?
Yeah. Also, Spring point of view, we are using aggregate controller,
Mm,
but once we are using the REST controller, that means whatever the REST call will be there in the Spring Boot, we are using the REST controller, and we
mm.
are having aggregate response body annotation also. So whenever we are using the controller, so we need to use the aggregate the response body annotation also, so to give the response from whatever response we want to give from our
Okay, okay,
API call.
okay. Sufficient. You know about the qualifier?
Qualifier annotation.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, please tell.
Okay. So suppose we have the two beans, okay,
Mm,
and we are using the auto wire annotation. So
mm.
auto wire annotation. So that time for initializing the bean or creating the objects of the bean, that will be the confusion point of a thing. So that time we are using the added qualifier annotation to like specify which bean we are actually want to initialize.
Okay. Last question I will ask you from the Spring Boot. Um, you know about profile annotation?
Oh yes.
What kind of activity can be handled through this annotation?
Yeah, see, we are having like a dev environment, we are having in QA environment, and we are having the production environment.
Mm,
Okay, so profile helping us to like used which file we are using. So
mm.
inside of our project, we are creating application dot dev underscore dev properties dot properties. So that will associate it with the dev.
Sufficient. Now moving in, you know Hibernate.
Yes.
So can you tell about the criteria object, how it is work?
Your voice is breaking for
No,
me. What question you asked that?
I am asking about the
Huh.
criteria object. Criteria object. Just one moment.
Which object?
Criteria.
Criteria object in Hibernate. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So criteria is one of the interface used in Hibernate. So with the help of the criteria, we can give like suppose in the queries we want to perform some more kind of a filtering kind of a thing like a criteria greater than less than some field. That time we are using the criteria interface.
Hmm. Uh, you know load and gate?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Can you tell me about how it is work? What are differences?
Yes. So load and get both are like for getting the objects from the database. Okay. So load will be like loading the complete object from the database. Okay. So whenever we requesting the object, it is directly taking from the database and we are getting. So instead of get what we will do, get is called as the lazy loading. So whenever we were loading the it will load the object, but whenever we are loading the next time also, it will giving from the cache, it will not hit the database.
Um, JPA, right? So why we are using JPA? What is main advantage?
What is the main advantage of
JPA, Java Persistent API.
JPA? Okay. So main advantages of JPA is we are having the JPA repositories to give the implementation or okay. So JPA give us lots of method to directly use. Suppose we are using find by ID. So we from the JPA
No,
we can
yeah, this
directly
is this is I know that, but advantage what I am thinking about. Suppose you have JPA. So JPA, what kind of things it facilitate? Method is different thing. I know that because of predefined method you can call and that would be interact with the database and you fetch or retrieve or any fluid operations you are doing, all things will be do that through that methods. I know that. No, but my thing is main advantage. So the company are preferring to JPA because of JPA is have some different kind of advantage. I am not asking the perspective of code.
okay. So main advantage of a JPA.
Get it. So
Yes, how to use and all I know how to implement and all. But theoretically, what
no,
is the main
no
advantage?
problem, no problem. All things not kept in mind, so it should be considerable, not a problem. Uh, for example, what main usage of JPA because of JPA is facilitate to database independent programming concept. For example, you have database MySQL. So through the MySQL you can connect it. You have Oracle, you can connect it. So similar like that, Java is platform independent, so JPA is database independent.
Okay,
This is the main advantage. These things I am expecting to you. You got
okay,
my
okay.
point?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, just coming back to Java, so core Java. So in core Java, you know what is difference between encapsulation and abstraction?
Yes.
Yeah, please tell.
Uh, so in encapsulation what we are doing like it's a name suggesting like we are capsulating the data, okay.
Hmm.
So we are hiding our variables and inside the data
Hmm.
from the end user like the Pojo class is an example. So in encapsulation we are creating our the private variables so that will not a public that can't be accessible.
No, I
So for
think
accessing that data,
just one minute.
for accessing that data,
Private,
yes, I'm
private and public. It is not a part of encapsulation.
yes, yes, yes. So
Encapsulation means you have any kind of class, but that class should not be abstract, not to be an interface.
yes, yes. So I'm saying
So
in for
any
encapsulation,
class,
our
if you have any class, you can manipulate the concept of encapsulation. So I want a
yes,
concrete example because of suppose I am just giving you just to let my scenario. Uh, uh, Class A, okay. Here have method M1. I am just taking simple thing about that. Not I am just getter, setter and everything. Why interrupted you? Because of you telling about the modifier,
yeah,
private, protected. It doesn't matter. Why we are using private, protected and public? Public means we want to access anywhere, we can utilize the public. We want to access within subclass, we can use to protect it. We want to use only in self class, we can use private. But outer side, we want to give the access, so we can use that method public getter and setter. I think you are speaking in mute.
yeah. So I'm saying like from
So what I
Uh,
am telling you, if you want to take that variable and method, no problem. But you if you using means I am just telling private we want to, so that is different thing.
uh,
Yeah, just go ahead.
Vipendra, can you give me 2 minutes? Actually, my net is too slow or what? Your voice is too much breaking for me, so I'm switching my network. Can you just give me 2 minutes?
Yeah, okay. Just because of we
It
have
is like
yeah.
just give 2 minutes.
Hmm.
Uh, nine and
Yes, now I am audible your voice.
no, you can get my voice, but your voice is like too much slow for me. It is like breaking each word for me.
Okay.
I don't know. It is from your end or my end
No, I think here I what I am getting
because
candidate not in interview window. Ensure the candidate in the window interview window. So I think, but my side I think no have issue because of I am able to clearly listen your voice and everything. But my if my internet is slow. Yes, I think your voice is better. Can you speak?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So
Hmm.
I am just asking one question, programming question. Okay.
Okay,
You just give the answer about that. I will select you, not a problem.
okay.
So the question is that how can implement comparator interface in Java for sorting? So you write the program here. You can take any class just like as
Hmm.
a employee. Okay.
Okay, now. Hmm.
Here you can
Hmm.
define name and age. So you take any field.
Okay,
You can take any field. So here please write.
okay.
You complete
Hmm.
within 8 minutes. Just to write quick fast.
Within within 8 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
because of a little bit ask more question to you regarding remaining part.
okay. My screen is visible to you now. You can see parallelly
Yeah.
I'm typing.
I'm everything able to see. You just write. You
Okay,
focus on coding.
okay.